And hello again, everyone, and welcome back to Satisfactory. It's a whole new year now. I have been doing some things over the last few weeks. They're on my Twitch channel as normal, which will be linked down below as normal. I'm kind of getting over this cold or whatever it is I have, so maybe this isn't going to be as bad as it used to be, as he says as he usually coughs. But let's get back into it and let me show you what's been going on. Okay. We're here back at our space elevator. We have actually completed everything we can do right now. I've lit up the place a little bit. You see that? I wound up with a bunch of coupons off of the Fix-It calendar here. See, it's completely done now. I got a bunch of coupons and I was able to do stuff with them. And I use those to buy a lot of stuff up there. The main thing is, or the main things are, I've done everything I can here. High-tech transportation is a mod that is only there because I just wanted to get to the teleporter earlier, so it's a mod. But it wants supercomputers, which you can't get at Tier 6 anymore. So we're going to have to proceed to wherever we need to go next. In order to do that, we're going to have to feed the space elevator. Fortunately, everything has been created. So let's go. The fact that Fix uses a screw to roll this.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 3 project part shipment is finally ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 3 will be completed and the main body will be constructed. You should know how this works by now. You'll get access to Tiers 7 and 8 in the hub. In fact, perhaps you should just go look at the technologies there yourself. It's all laid out so that even a monkey could understand it, so you should have no issues. Speaking of which, I don't think you need a reminder about project parts. Instead, I will be providing some interesting facts. Did you know the average pioneer succeeds at saving the day? Did you know the average pioneer knows how to optimize pipe throughput? Did you know the average pioneer stays late at work because they care about humanity? Anyway, I thought you might want to know more about your peers. Good luck in Phase 4.
All right. Thanks for the pep talk.
Phase 3 of Project Assembly completed. Fix-It's predictions indicate pioneers should generally reach this point faster with above-average results, but we should all adjust our expectations according to the situation. It is understandable, the pressure and complexity will only increase from here, so be sure to take on Phase 4 with efficiency and competence.
Well, that looked impressive, whatever it was. All right, so let's start doing some more things. Looks like, what do we have to do here? I don't even know what those things are up there. Yeah, I'm sure it'll tell me. Meantime, let's go over here. Tier 7. Now, Tier 7, you're going to find out that basically everything up to this point in the game has been... Everything up to this point in the game has been the tutorial, because everything from now on is going to require aluminum. See, aluminum, aluminum, Everything from now on is going to require aluminum. And aluminum here is like a 5-step process, unless you get lucky and get some good. There's at least one really good alt recipe. I think they call it sloppy aluminum. But that's what we're going to need to find. We're making all of these things here, so we can get most of this knocked out pretty soon. But this is going to have to be what we do next. In the meantime, while we're waiting on that, let me go show you around so we can see what's happening. We're still, as you can see, there's still a present over there. I've still got that stuff up there. Ficsmas is still running, but it'll be over soon, and we can just go back to ignoring it. Over here, I have my full iron plant running as I had before. This is still my concrete plant down here. I did create a second, just fundamentals iron plant over here, which is why I'm running in this direction. And what I mean by fundamentals is this is producing the big 3 plates, screws, and rods. And it is feeding all of them into these containers. But up on top there, I have a dimensional depot attached to each of them. And what this lets me do is I can now use all the basic things there I need for crafting and not have to carry a bunch of stuff around in my inventory all the time. I've got something similar set up for a lot of the copper resources and for the what's the other? Concrete. Yes, concrete. And it's been a long few holidays. Anyway, I also managed to go back and collect a good stack of summer sloops and mercer spheres. Now, that was easier than you might think. There was a bit of a glitch a while back. They pushed out a patch, and when they pushed out the patch, all the summer sloops and mercer spheres that had already been collected respawned in the world. So you could suddenly get everything again. Let's see what I need to be building over here. Don't need those anymore, I don't think. Okay. Well, this town, okay, I don't even see any of those things over there, so I have to, any of these things, so I guess I have to unlock them. What are those things? Oh, hiya, buddy. Got anything for me? No, that's good. That's fine. Oops. What a good lizard dogger you are. Okay. See if this will tell me. What do I need? Assembly director systems, magnetic field generators, thermal propulsion rockets, and nuclear pasta. That was the big, took forever in early access. But now there's stuff beyond, because there's a phase 5 now. So, the other big thing I did is I finally got my big fuel plants up and running. So let's go take a look at those. Ouch. Actually, I need to get set up so I'm using a package filter, which I should be able to do soon because I started working on it over here. seen this quite a bit before. But now it's got more stuff over there. Let me show you how I set this up. When I get there. Yeah, as you can see, there's quite a lot going on over here now. So we'll start with the first one, which is right here. I got lucky on a hard drive and got an alt recipe that lets me turn oil directly into oil residue. Now you may wonder why I'm doing that. Well, that's because this is a more efficient way to get fuel eventually. So I have a total of 10. I've got 5 on each side. 10 refineries, each producing. They're consuming my. Excuse me. I'm consuming my entire 300 crude oil. Excuse me, that's part of why I've been recording much lately. And it spits out 40 oil residue and 20 polymer resin. So I've got 400 residue and 200 resin, half that on the side. So what those are doing, and that's something else over there. All this heavy oil residue comes over here. I have a buffer just to keep things flowing quickly. Oh, went too far. There's the buffer that keeps things flowing quickly. And instead, it leads into here, where I have 8 more refineries. Now these refineries are taking in 50 heavy oil residue per minute and producing 33 1/3 fuel per minute. These are slightly underclocked. Sorry, that's going to keep happening. These are slightly underclocked, and the reason for that is, so remember I'm reducing 400, 200 on each side. This means I'm using exactly all of my heavy oil residue is being used to turn exactly into fuel. Now, the fuel goes through this buffer, and we run into these fuel generators. They're also very slightly underclocked, just so that they will, I'll have an even number of generators, each producing. So they exactly use up all the fuel, and they're all running at the exact same clock speed. I could have had everything running at full and then had one running at like half, but I like having everything running at the same speed. Now then, that gets all my power. But remember all that polymer resin that I had? How there was 100 on each side? Well, I have this machine over here. He's taking 50 per minute along with 50 water per minute, and he's producing rubber. Now, again, I had to underclock him to make this come down to exactly what I was doing. I could have also just used one and overclocked it, but I just kind of like underclocking better than overclocking. This exact same system is mirrored on the other side here. It's producing rubber, which is coming into here and feeding into these 2 industrial containers. And up on top of each other, there is another conventional depot. Overflow is coming out here and going into this awesome sink. So that makes sure that all my fuel generators keep running at full power. Now the exact same thing is being done on this side. 10 there, 8 here, and leading down into these here, which are taking in the polymer resin and the water. Now, I get a slightly different amount of polymer resin this time, because if you come up here, way up there, you'll learn that these don't exactly match up one to one. Well, that darn does. Anyway, they're clocked differently because this is producing plastic instead of rubber. And there's a slightly different ratio. But again, you see it's using only 16 cubic meters of water instead of 50 that the other one was. But again, I had to underclock it slightly to get it to work. As before, the plastic is being fed into these, where you notice he's not quite full, and onto another dimensional depot on top. And again, the overflow is being sent back into here in an awesome sink. So, but this only gets me all the plastic and all the rubber I need, and a lot of power. As you can see now, we are producing 8,600 megawatts, and we're only at most burning 6,200 megawatts. So we've got quite a bit of overhead we can be doing things with. But I've got another 300 cubic meters of oil coming in. That's going to be coming in over here. I don't have this fully set up yet, because here I'm going to set up my packaged fuel, and we'll eventually be using this to create turbo fuel and that sort of stuff. This is going to be my packaged fuel for now. So he's got 40 per minute. Now remember, I've got, he's taking in 60 per minute, so I'm going to need 5. I can reduce that to something smaller, 50, so it'll need 6. In fact, why don't I go ahead and do that? I think that's going to be an 83%. Yeah, it's only taking in 50 per minute, so now I will have 6 of these. I will have 6 of these refineries, and each one will be producing not talk and think at the same time. Okay. There we go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. And I need to try to emulate my same pattern here. Okay, so it's got 3 gaps in the middle. So I need to put one here. that far, but we can. So we'll know what these pipes are actually doing. Yes, you can look at the little pulsing things, but I actually do have the clean pipe recipe now, so I could make the pipe without those. Let me set these guys up on the other side. And again, I could have done this with just 5. This is not what to do, but okay. I could have done this with just 5 plants, but I like to have all my plants running at the same clock rate. That way, when something weird happens, I'm not having to run around going, okay, wait, why is my power off? It's not working right here. Okay. I guess we're running through a tree here. May or may not cut that down just to... Wow, there's a power slug in there. I haven't seen that. Sorry, didn't mean to jump on you. Power slugs also respawned after that glitch, so, you know. Okay, so all of these are now happily producing fuel and polymer resin. Standing up here like this because I'm trying to line these things up properly. If you don't get it quite right, it will give you a pipeline has an invalid shape, and now we've got fuel coming out this way. I may have to cut those trees down to get my conveyor belt running in a second. But this is giving me a invalid shape. That's because I haven't now that can be, that's 25 and another 25 will be coming out of here. Is that a splitter or a merger? That's a merger. There we go. Gotta make sure it lines up as best as I can. But coming out of this guy, there's going to be a total of speed 75 past this, so I'm going to have to trim off that back piece into a conveyor too. There we go. See? Now let's go do the same thing on the other side. Start running out of room to put things, because you notice there's an inconvenient rock in the way. But that's okay, because we're going to need less than what I think. See, I'm producing 150 polymer resin per minute. Now I want to turn that polymer resin into plastic. And to do that, also need a refinery. Specifically residual plastic. So he's going to take 60 per minute and 20 water per minute. Now I'm taking in 75 on this side. So this may be a case where I actually overclock as opposed to underclock. Because to go from 60 to 75, I only need to overclock by 125%. There we go. So now he's taking in 75 and I need 25 more. Okay. So this will take in the entire output from there. And just to make life easy, I'm just going to maintain that at the same then I'm going to go do the exact same thing over here. Now I need to get the water that they're going to use. This may be a bit tricky. Because I'm not exactly sitting in a wealth of water right here. But let's see what we can do. Plus, I'm going to have to build some more machinery out here. So, actually, before I do anything else, let's run another... Unless that's enough space, otherwise I'm going to have to come back here and kind of redesign some of this. I'd really just assume not do that. And for the record, you really can't see it from here. There's actually 4 more oil nodes over there. Can't really see them on this, but there's actually 4 more over there. They're low quality. In fact, there's one right there. See it? They're low quality, so I'm not too concerned about them, but they're there in case I need them. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of these trees because... Sorry, Mother Nature. Actually, that was easier than I thought. Okay. Try to figure out my logistics a little bit here. This way I can run everything up the middle. Alright. Can I throw a water generator out there somewhere? Sure, how about that? Start getting water into here soon. Water pump is on. Water coming in there. Not seeing any here yet. There it goes. going to be producing 25 plastic per minute, as is this guy. So we're getting a total of 50 plastic here. And what we're going to do with that plastic is I'm actually going to put this up a level just so I can up a little just so I can make my pipelines and everything neat. Okay. Alright. Let's hop up here. And what I need to hop up here. Why am I doing? I just need to take a constructor. So all I need is a constructor. And this constructor, I'm going to have making containers. Now he takes in 30 per minute. Okay. Each of these guys, I just determined, is producing 25. So, total of 50, and he's only going to be taking out 30. So maybe I should instead, if I had thought this all the way through before I started designing this, but hey, you're watching my live. This is how I live stream thoughts. Alright, so let's go here, build a constructor. Making empty net canisters, and because we don't need 30, we only need 25. That's another 83.333. Yep, there we go. Same settings. Now I need to give you power. You're not working yet because you don't have any water yet. I forget that pipelines don't neatly do things like don't neatly turn like conveyor belts do now. So I have to manually play those. And it's still quite make it. Look at that. All right. So now that I have empty canisters and empty canisters, I'm getting 100 per minute. I need to build a packager. Excuse me again. Let's see how our packager works here. Package fuel. I take 40 canisters and 40 fuel per minute. Alright, I am actually reducing package fuel. $33 1/3 times 6. What's that? $200. Okay. So I'm producing 200 fuel per minute. And 50 plastic per minute, which turns it to 50 containers per minute, or 100 containers per minute. So 2 containers, 40 containers take 40 fuel. So, and I'm forgetting all my numbers already. 50, 100, 40. If I double clock this to 50, I'll be taking 50 and 50. All right. So let's double clock this to 50 and 50. And do 2 of them. Just line them up. Alright. Now I just need to feed the fuel in. And since it's up high, just raise this guy up. Splitter in here. And then feed that into here and here. And yeah, that's a good shape. Now then, we're now taking 50 fuel and 50 containers. So we've got all of our containers taken care of. We're not wasting anything there. Are only using using 100 and we're creating 200 fuel. So we don't want to waste this extra 200 fuel, now do we? Like I'm going to have to expand some. Darn it, that means I got to remove that thing. Okay. It's fine. We can do it. I'm going to merge these two together. They're producing 50 per minute. I'm going to merge these two together here. Did that because I'm going to plop an industrial storage right here. Like so. He's a speed 2, so he's got 100, so backwards. I always do that backwards. There we go. That's better. So now we're getting a nice stack of packaged fuel coming in. And up here on top, plop on a dimensional depot. So we will now be getting fuel into our dimensional depot. Package fuel. See, right there. The advantage of this is as soon as I can get some fuel, we can convince the jetpack that it wants to run on something other than fuel. We can start using that instead of jetpack fuel. So, but I still have the problem that I've got fuel that I'm not using, 100 units in fact. So we're just gonna sort of go over here. I may take that down briefly. We're just gonna take advantage of some space here. Generators. Are you saying no connection? I just gave you a connection. You connected to something random. No, you were connected over there. This has a power line 1, so I can't get hold anymore. Duh. Okay. There. Okay. Now he's taking 20 per minute. I got 100. I got to do something with it. Or this whole system will occasionally shut down because there's no... Or this whole system will occasionally shut down because it will run out of them. Because the fuel production will back up. Now that's minor problem this time around, to be honest. Because I've got one more thing we have to do. It's getting dark. Now, at the moment I'm now earning 60 fuel per minute. But I've got 100 too many. So I've still got to burn another 40 something. Which means I really need to build 2 more of these things. Which I can probably sneak out this way somewhere with them. I do have to do one last thing over here. And that is... I need to put a smart splitter here. The reason is, at some point, I don't want this to shut down when this fills up. So my center output, I want to be packaged fuel. But my right output, I want to be the overflow. And what I am going to do is right here, drop in an awesome sink. Yeah, we're clipping everywhere, but it's fine actually. It just is a little closer to that. And since this it can be up to perfect. And now we're all hooked up. And we've collected 3 more coupons while we've been out here. Perfect. So, we have right now we're generating another 750 megawatts. We have enough fuel to burn run two more of these things. I mean, I can plop one here, although I want to leave that open. But we're going to have to figure out a way to get space to plop two more. Because unfortunately, I can't do anything with this guy. But we now have packaged fuel coming in. We've got more power generated, and yeah, everything's looking pretty good. So, which I think I know what I can do. I'll worry about that later. What I'm going to do, because I'm not using the full amount of fuel from, I'm only getting 50 cubic meters of water. I don't need both of these. I can shut this guy down, run a pipe maybe under, and connect over to here, and just bring it into here, have that water extractor handle both of them, and then throw a few more generators on this side. May have to move this guy again, but you know, it's not like I can do that. But anyway, I'm going to stop here for now. I think you've got the idea. I'll probably clean this up a little bit off stream. But in the meantime, hey, you're Satisfactory. We're on our way to Phase 4 and Tier 7. I think that's where we are now. Anyway, I am Dennis. I am the PaleoGamer, and I will see all of you next time.